Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Legendary Hoplite. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about 15 bucks. There is a 10% launch discount right now until February 9th, 2024. So if you like what you see here, you can get the game for slightly cheaper. This is a lane defense kind of game, similar to Plants vs. Zombies. There are 5 different difficulties that you can set, one of which is a peaceful mode, which grants your base unlimited HP. So if you just want to breeze through the game, you could totally do that. I really like that. The only downside with the options was that there was no way to adjust the UI, and for me, with poor eyesight, some of the numbers were really hard to read. So this is, like I said, a lane defense game, kind of similar to Plants vs. Zombies, where enemies will come at you from one direction and you'll be trying to fend them off with units and special abilities. You've got 2 different resources that you're juggling during a match. On the left is your stamina, and that is ever regenerating. You use it to actually regenerate your own hero's attacks and any special abilities that you bring with you. However, the special abilities that you bring with you is determined by the gear that is currently equipped to your character. So if you have a helm equipped to your character that has this particular set of stats and attributes, it will grant you this particular ability. Okay, so depending on how you equip your character, you'll have different skills, and that takes some getting used to. Like, you might find a lance that is really good and it is great in all ways attribute wise, but might have an ability that is useless to you. So you kind of have to think, do I want to keep my old one because I really like that ability, or do I trade it in for this one that clearly has better attributes on it? So like a typical RPG, you've got, different items with different stats, but again, these stats are part of it. The other part of the gear is, what ability does it give you? In between rounds, you're going to be upgrading your army with the gold that you earn, and also your own character as well. You can assign like attribute points into strength, agility, and vitality, things like that. And what's cool is, with your army and your own character upgrades, you can reset those anytime you like, no penalty. That is awesome. I love that. And you kind of have to do that on the harder difficulties only because the enemies that the game throws at you kind of have like a special way of like behaving. Like, you might encounter a wave full of archers, in which case like your melee phalanx people, they'll just sit there and take the hits, which is not good for you. So you kind of want to have units that are catered to archers for this particular round. So like, your strategy, at least again on the harder difficulties, may be changing on a regular basis to be the most efficient to take out the troops that you're currently facing. So like, you're constantly changing your strategy is what I'm saying, and the game lets you reset your skills freely so that you can do that. On the easier difficulty setting, I breezed through all the levels that I currently played. I didn't have to reset anything. I was just playing to have fun. So I like that the game gives you that freedom to just do whatever you want, or the freedom to make the game harder, and then you have to really think, okay, what troop type am I going to bring with me into this? You can only bring 4 troop types with you into a match. So you eventually unlock, I believe it was like 8 or something like that. So you kind of have to pick and choose which ones you want and how you upgrade them, and different things like that. And I also like the RPG element. It's very light, you can sell the items that you're getting for gold, or you can equip them and hope that their abilities and their attributes will see you through. So I like that. And there's plenty of levels too. So there's a lot to do here. Keep in mind, I've only played for about, I want to say 45 minutes to an hour. So this is more of like a first impressions video. I can't really speak to like the long-term balance of the game yet because I haven't had a chance to play it due to time constraints and the like. But all in all, again, this was a fairly decent game. And I like the fact that you've got a character that you can move left and right along the bottom of the lane. And I love that there's an auto attack feature. And like, when I first started playing, the game told me to hold in S and in order to attack. And I'm like, I don't want to be doing this for long because my carpal tunnel will act up. Luckily, like within 5-10 minutes, the tutorial was like, no, you can now auto attack. It'll drain your stamina as usual at a faster rate, but at least you can auto attack and you don't have to hurt your wrist doing it. So I love like there's some quality of life things in this game. You know, the auto attack, the ability to reset your skills without any penalty. But the only quality of life thing I have to complain about really is the UI size. Some of those RPG number attributes are like really hard to read. Also, like I was trying to put down the siege unit and I couldn't do it. Even though there was like, if you click on like a unit type, it'll give you yellow boxes that you can put them into. Like, it'll tell you can put them here. So I did that, but I couldn't place the unit. So I'm wondering, do I need 2 free boxes to do it, 2 adjacent boxes? The game kind of like let me down in terms of like, I have a question about this. Why can't I put this down? I can't figure it out while the game's running like this. So, you know, little things like that, you know, it's just a gameplay question I have that I couldn't get answered right away, that kind of thing. I would love to see the skills too before I use them. Like, I'm getting these skills continuously, you know, they're changing. So I'd love to know what they do before I give up my old equipment to equip it, if that makes any sense. So there you go, folks. That was Legendary Hoplite. First impressions are fairly good. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.